This year, the SOFI brings important results in terms of the situation in terms of food security in the world. First, the number of hungry people has reduced. We're talking of 673 million people in hunger in 2024. Second, access to healthy diets is improved slightly to 2.6 billion people that cannot afford a healthy diet, the minimum cost healthy diet. Now, if we project the number of hungry people to 2030, we will be in 512 million people in hunger by 2030. Now, this number also captures heterogeneity across regions. From these 512 million in 2030, 60% of those will be in Africa, which means that Africa has been deteriorated in terms of hunger, while Latin America, especially South America, has been improving, and Asia, especially in South Asia, driven by India, has been significantly improving. South America has been able to implement and to lead in many of very important social programs that have created significant impacts. And these programs, for example, are transfers, cash transfers, conditional cash transfers, but also school feeding programs, which have been shown to be extremely successful. Brazil, Mexico, and other countries have taken the lead on that, and they have shown, even during COVID-19, how important they were to avoid that the poorest people in the income distribution are moved into poverty because of the shocks we faced during COVID-19. Just to give you an example, Brazil was the only country in the world where extreme poverty reduced during COVID-19 because of the availability of more resources through these programs of transfers, social protection programs.
They have not enough quantity.
In the case of Africa, where we are facing significant challenge because the numbers of hungry people are increasing, the situation is not where it should be because of several drivers and the key drivers. No? The first one of all is conflict. Conflict is affecting enormously many of the countries, and many of the countries which are in food crisis are mostly because of conflict. But also we have the macroeconomic issues, the slowdowns and downturns, which is affecting those economies, which are already highly indebted, and it's very difficult for them to cover the food import bill, which explains why they are not able to have the levels of minimum calories that they need to be able to move out of hunger. But also we have climate. No? And climate, although it's affecting the whole world, of course it affects more the most vulnerable. The SOFI also show us that the food prices has been increasing more and faster than the prices of other commodities. That means the food inflation has been faster and higher than the non-food inflation. And that, of course, affects the most vulnerable people, which their share of expenditures in food is higher than in other commodities. Private financing will be central. In everything we do, we cannot just use the governments and the IFIs. We also need to attract private financing, and climate financing has to increase substantially in the agri-food systems. Today is around 4%, when the agri-food systems is the one providing the right to food. So we need to change that abruptly so that we can have the financing that is needed to transform our agri-food systems so that we can assure that there is more availability of healthy diets in the world, and the cost of a healthy diet is reduced in the world, and that we can accelerate the transmission of the decline of prices of the commodities into the final products that we eat.